Hola y bienvenidos a un viaje a Buenos Aires. I am going to take you on a virtual field trip to Buenos Aires, Argentina. Buenos Aires is one of my favorite cities in the whole world, and I don't just say that because I lived there. It is home to the tango, competitive football, beautiful architecture, and delicious food. It is truly a city full of life and so much to explore. While on our journey today, I am going to share my top 10 list of things to do and see in Buenos Aires. Number 1. Take an official tour of the city so you can take some amazing photos of the architecture and see some of the most important historical buildings, including La Casa Rosada, which is kind of like the White House in the United States, as well as the Palacio Barolo, el Catedral Metropolitano, el Palacio de Aguas Corrientes, y el Congreso, just to name a few. You may notice the great contrast in building styles, the new modern architecture placed directly next to the older classical style buildings. There's a lot of European influence on the architecture due to the early waves of Spanish, Italian, and French immigration. The architecture and style of the city are a direct reflection of its rich history and of the people that live there. You do not want to miss it. Number 2, eat some delicious food. There are so many amazing food choices in Buenos Aires, but I would love to offer a variety of suggestions that I enjoyed myself when I lived there. First of all, if you are a meat lover, Argentina is known for its steak and also its asado. Asado is barbecued meat, and it is a staple food in Argentina. It is amazing. Buenos Aires also has incredible empanadas, a delicious handheld snack that comes with a variety of fillings. My favorites were the jamón y queso, ham and cheese, and the choclo, corn-filled empanadas. I dare you to only eat one. I know I always had to get 2 or 3 at a time. If you are more of a sweets person, Buenos Aires has endless possibilities, some of which I still crave to this day. You must try dulce de leche, which is similar to caramel, but better, in my opinion. I used to eat it by the spoonful, but you can also put it on crackers, breads, cookies, etc. Speaking of cookies, be sure to try alfajores in Buenos Aires. My favorite alfajores have 2 cookies put together with dulce de leche in the middle. These cookies melt in your mouth. Yum! Now, while I could go on and on about food to eat in Buenos Aires, the last food I will mention in this video is medialunas. Medialunas, which means half moons, are crescent rolls or croissants that you can get in any bakery in Buenos Aires. There are 2 types of medialunas de manteca and medialunas de grasa. Both are delicious, especially with a cup of coffee. I lived across the street from a panaderia, which is a bakery in Buenos Aires, and trust me, I ate a lot of medialunas. Number 3, explore el Ateneo Gran Splendid and buy a new book in Spanish. This bookstore is noted as being one of the most beautiful bookstores or top bookstores to visit in the world, and for good reason. It is stunning. It was built in 1919 as a performing arts theater. It then became a movie theater and finally a bookstore. You can sit with your book and a coffee on the stage and listen to live music while you read. Sounds like a perfect day to me. Number 4. Get tickets to see a football match at La Bombonera Stadium, a stadium that makes many top lists of best stadiums to visit in the world. Soccer is hugely popular in Argentina, and there are 2 very successful, very competitive club teams, Boca Juniors and River Plate. You may also be familiar with a couple of famous names in soccer, Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi. Both players are from Argentina. After the game, be sure to visit La Boca and explore El Caminito, the most popular street in the La Boca neighborhood. It is home to some of the most colorful buildings in Buenos Aires. Rumor has it that when early Italian immigrants settled in La Boca, they borrowed extra paint from the boats to paint their homes. La Boca is also where tango was born. There is so much rich history here, you cannot miss it. Number 5. Speaking of tango, the next suggestion on the list is to take a tango class and then go to a milonga to practice your new skills. A milonga is a social dance event where people gather to dance the tango. Most people probably do not know much about the origin of the tango. It was originally thought to be a dance of the lower classes or the working class people in Buenos Aires. However, now it is recognized as one of the most famous musical genres and dance styles to come out of Argentina. You can hear and see tango all over the city. Make sure to bring your dancing shoes. Number 6. Visit the cemetery in Recoleta. I know it sounds like a strange idea, but the cemetery in Recoleta is a popular tourist destination and for good reason. As the name suggests, the cemetery is located in the Recoleta neighborhood and it is home to more than 6,400 statues, sarcophagi, coffins, and mausoleums. The cemetery is nearly 300 years old and covers more than 14 acres of space and is a labyrinth to explore. This is where many notable people in the history of Argentina are buried. The cemetery also has a number of urban legends and ghost stories that you can hear during a tour. Number 7. Try yerba mate with some friends. Yerba mate is a tea made from the leaves of the holly plant, and it is the national drink of Argentina. It is known for similar health benefits to green tea, and it also has high levels of caffeine. In Argentina, it is a huge part of social gatherings with family and friends. Everyone takes turns drinking the tea from the same mate, which is usually made from a hollowed-out gourd, and also the same bombilla, which is a straw. I really enjoyed the social aspect of hanging out with my friends and sharing mate together over long conversations. Number 8. See an opera, a ballet, or an orchestra at the Teatro Colon. According to National Geographic, El Teatro Colon is rated number 3 in the world for best opera houses with best acoustics. It is a magnificent 7-story building that has nearly 2,500 seats and standing room for 500 more spectators. You can also take guided tours of the building so you can hear some of the history and snap some pictures. Number 9. Enjoy a morning or an afternoon in a beautiful coffee shop. One coffee house you must visit is the Caf Tortoni. It was founded in 1858 and it is the oldest and most popular coffee house in Buenos Aires. It's actually the oldest coffee house in all of Argentina. I lived within walking distance to this cafe and I loved going there with my friends for a cup of hot chocolate with churros. The cafe itself is beautiful. It was fashioned after a Parisian cafe. Make sure you check it out. Number 10. Go shopping at el Mercado de San Telmo or at la Feria de Plaza Dorrego to find a unique souvenir to bring home with you. The San Telmo Market, or El Mercado de San Telmo, is a large indoor market that has been open since 1897. You can buy food, antiques, crafts, toys, and more at this market. It is considered a National Historic Monument, and it's a great place to find something unique to take home with you. Also, check out La Feria de Plaza Dorrego, which is also located in the San Telmo neighborhood of Buenos Aires. This is an antiques fair that hosts over 300 vendors, and it is only open on Sundays. The fair has a carnival feel to it. You can see a lot of people performing throughout the streets, people dancing the tango, and more. It is a perfect way to spend a Sunday afternoon. I hope you enjoyed this virtual field trip journey of the top things to do and see in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I love this city and I love this country. If you ever have the opportunity to travel to a new place, I challenge you and I encourage you to do it. Buen viaje y hasta luego.